Hey guys, this is day 88 of startup. I'm on the prototype building stage. So next couple of videos will probably be around tech, but not the boring tech, but on the fascinating side of tech. So even if you are not a techie, you should still find these fun, interesting and useful. In this video, I want to talk about where OpenAI finds inspiration for its beautiful, amazing creations. So, the purpose of this video is not to bring the OpenAI down, but for us, when we see these like their products, ChatGPT, DALI, Sora, it just makes us believe what the genius going on behind this and how stupid we are. So I want to touch on like how such beautiful things come out of something very simple process, and what is the process behind innovation. As outsiders of a field, we tend to over give too much credit to only a few actors, few people on the forefront of a field, while any field, and generative AI in this specific case, is actually developed by a lot of people together. It's not really like OpenAI is bringing on all of these breakthroughs. It's a collective effort of thousands of people, which is showing up in the form of products released by OpenAI. So if you follow research, then you'll see that most of the research papers come from many different sources, and some of the breakthrough research that really made these products possible, like there was a transformer model that came out of Google Brain. Researchers of the Google Brain wrote the first paper, and then it just enabled so many more innovations on top of it. Another few basic fundamental innovations were generative adversarial networks, GANs. They were actually developed by researchers in Montreal, again not in OpenAI. And then there were these denoising diffusion models. They were created by UC Berkeley and Stanford researchers. And then of course there's this score-based matching function, score-based generative models, which were actually created by again a Stanford researcher. You see, none of these works were created in OpenAI, but actually they are research papers, so anyone can read them and made improvements on them, implement them in their code, and that's what OpenAI does. But also, of course, OpenAI writes its own papers. Maybe they have not been as breakthrough as some of these, but they do make improvements over these, as do a lot of other people around the world. Different universities, researchers, PhD students, they are all making their small contribution, and they might seem like small contributions on an individual level, but on a whole it just puts so much fuel in this whole generative AI fire. For that also, there is a very simple formula. You have a transformer, someone applies it to language and becomes ChatGPT kind of large language models. Then someone takes that inspiration, and some vision researcher will apply it to images, and then it will become something like vision transformer again, which has a lot of applications. And similarly, there was a technique called convolution neural network. It came out for images, then people applied to audio, then people applied transformers to audio, and by recombining these works, people are able to create new and interesting things. And this is how research progresses. And how did these more basic models came up with like vision, like convolution neural networks, or denoising diffusion models, or score-based models? And they actually come again from the same process, where these scientists go one level down and take inspiration from other fields. So convolutional neural networks got inspiration from actual neuroscience, neurology, and diffusion models, they got inspiration from physics, statistical thermodynamics. And so this is how research works. It does sounds amazing when you see these products, but this is just a recombination of ideas. So yes, if you and I, we also take that much effort to learn about various different fields and have that understanding, we can also do this. But then in the end, you might ask that, okay, so many people are doing research and creating this contributions, then why does really OpenAI is able to show these amazing products? Well, the answer is simple: they have the money. So machine learning works in a certain way. you can have the best of the best machine learning model, best technique, but if you do not have data, and if you do not have resources to train on that data, the GPU computation resources, and of course you need a bigger team to clean up the data, arrange the manage the whole training process, set up systems infrastructure. If you do not have, then you cannot really milk that innovation in the same way that OpenAI is able to milk it. But in the end, it's not just OpenAI who is winning in this game by copying the ideas of other people. It's also these other people who get benefited when OpenAI is able to demonstrate the power behind this research, and this attracts overall attention and eyes and money to the field. Even these Stanford researchers will get more grants, more funding for their research, so it benefits everyone. So just wanted to cover this fascinating side of research. Take care.